In this video, I'm going to talk about my 1 year transformation in the gym and what can you expect with average genetics by going to the gym for 1 year. My name is Neyfi Del Rosario and I am a holistic nutritionist here in New York City. And in this channel, I discuss everything about nutrition, fitness, and exercise that'll help you melt that fat off. And if you're into that, please consider subscribing. My mission is to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself using the power of nutrition. As always, I just came back from the gym. I'm still improving. While I was in the gym, I remember that I wanted to share with you guys my experience and my changes and how I improved through time. This channel is not only to help you guys achieve your dream physique or become healthier, it's also for me to stay accountable and to become better also myself and not give up, because by putting myself out there for you guys, it helps me stay focused and stay on track. So let's start by comparing my physique back when I started going to the gym, right? So before I started going to the gym, I was running and only doing cardio for about 2 years. I was running and riding my bike for 2 years. Right? I lost weight from 250 pounds to 118 pounds. I was well conditioned to run as far and as fast as possible, right? That's what I trained myself to do. But it came to a point where I was like, you know, I don't like being this skinny, I don't look healthy. So I started doing calisthenics, right? A year before I went to the gym, I started doing calisthenics. You know, your basic push-ups, pike push-ups, pull-ups, things like that. You know, I wasn't very good at it. I didn't like calisthenics as much because, you know, it's very hard to progress using calisthenics and using bands and things like that. So I said, let's go to the gym, right? So when I started going to the gym, I started going at 134 pounds, right? I was very thin. I was doing cardio, running 3 times per week and riding my bike 3 times per week, right? I was only doing cardio. So I go to the gym and I start lifting weights, right? Now a year later, I'm still doing cardio and I'm gonna discuss that in a little bit, but I'm still doing cardio, but I'm sitting right now at 159 pounds, right? So I'm gonna put a picture of before and I'm gonna put a picture I took yesterday after my bike ride, right? So both of these pictures were in the middle of the day, you know, after I had 2 or 3 meals in myself, and you know, it wasn't after the gym or after a pump. This is how I look. I never had abs in my entire life, so basically I've been in bear mode my whole life. You know, I was obese and all of that. So let's discuss how my cardio changed between a year ago and now, right? So when I started, like I said, running twice a week, cycling twice a week, right? Now that I go to the gym, I don't run anymore, right? And some of the people that watches this video that knew me before I went to the gym, I was known for only running a lot and going out for runs and running here, running there. I don't do that anymore. The reason why I don't do that, because how can I recover from heavy squats and running? Running is a high impact exercise, and a high impact exercise breaks down muscle, right? So if you run a lot and you squat a lot, chances are that your legs are not going to be very big. I still ride my bike because cycling is a low impact exercise. Yes, I can go really hard, and you know, by going really hard is gonna prevent me from going muscle. I know that. But since going hard is only 10% of my cardio and 90% of the time I'm either going low intensity or moderate intensity, my main form of cardio is riding my bike, either indoors through Swift or outside with people. Also, let's talk about how my diet changed, right? So when I was 134 pounds, I was not thinking about my protein intake. I was probably taking half a gram per pound of body weight, which is enough to build muscle, but you know, it's not enough to keep me satiated. I was really satiated because back then I was doing a low carb diet, right? I was only eating 1700 calories, so therefore I was only 134 pounds and I wasn't eating enough to cause muscle growth, right? So as I sit right now, 159 pounds, doing cardio 3 times a week and going to the gym 5 times a week. So my maintenance calories is between 2300 and 2500 calories every single day. I do not avoid any type of food, so I eat my fruits, I eat my carbs, my fats, I eat meat, I eat vegan, I eat everything. But as long as I eat enough protein throughout the day and maintain my calories are about 2500 calories per day, it is a sweet spot for me to gain half a pound every 2 weeks or so. I don't eat excessively. I don't like bulking up. I was fat before and I don't want to be fat again, so you don't need to be in a super high calorie surplus for muscle growth to happen. But let's talk about my strength over a year, because I think my strength gains are way more impressive than my muscle gains, since my muscle gains are barely noticeable, but my strength is pretty good. So let's start with the lower body. When I started the gym, my back squat was 80 pounds, right? It's not a lot of pounds, but 80 pounds as a back squat the first time you touch a barbell, it's not bad. But my back squat is at 245 for 3 reps, right? Which is really good for 1 year, right? That's a big jump. And when you get to lift weights, you're gonna notice that your strength is gonna be way greater than your muscle gains. So the deadlift is my best lift. So I started doing conventional, and a couple of weeks I was like, you know, this hurts my lower back, it doesn't feel good. So I transferred to sumo, and it's been great ever since, right? So my 2 rep max when I was 134 pounds was 164 pounds. And the first time I hit that, I was like, yo, this is great, 164 pounds. But you know, I progressively overload. I added weight when I felt it was comfortable for me to add weight. Right now, my 2 rep max is 385 pounds, right? But also keep in consideration that I have pulled 425 pounds of blocks, of 2-inch blocks, right? Which take out the hardest part of the sumo deadlift. So probably next week or the week after that, I'm gonna be able to pull my first 4-plate deadlift, which is really good after 1 year of training for you to pull 4 plates. It's actually really impressive, and I don't see many guys pulling 4 plates at the gym, and you know, I feel special, right? So let's move back to the upper body. You know, everybody asks you, how much you bench, bro? How much you bench? So my bench went from around 60 pounds, first time going to the gym, not knowing what I was doing, flat back on the bench, no arch, no anything, right? To right now it's 165 pounds for 3 reps. So I am benching over my body weight, right? My incline bench obviously is lower than my flat bench, but I went from around, you know, the empty bar to 145 pounds after a year, which is really good. You know, I can rep out 135 in both and get a really good sore chest after, just like I did today, right? So your rows, right? Your rows should always be as close as your bench as possible. So I can row for 15 reps, 165 pounds, just I can bench 165 pounds for 3 on the bench. So my row is a little bit stronger than my bench, but if I really focus on my chest, I probably could get my bench up. You need to consider that the dumbbell row is also should be trained heavy. So I'm rowing the biggest dumbbell in my gym right now, right, which is 90 pounds, and I wish they had bigger dumbbells so I can row them. So I'll be transferring the dumbbell row to like a single-handed barbell row on like a landmine. That way I can row more than 90 pounds, you know, because if you really apply yourself, you can dumbbell row a lot of weight. And I definitely can dumbbell row more than 100 pounds for like 15 reps, which is really good. And that's why my back is pretty good. So speaking of the back, pull-ups. I went from no pull-ups to a solid 20 rep pull-ups. Body weight, I started adding weight today, and today I got 12 reps with 10 pounds extra on me. Also dips, I think everybody should be doing dips. But you know, I went from no dips from a machine, right, to doing 15 solid reps with my body weight, and then I added weight, 10 pounds a couple days ago, and I did 12 reps for that, which is really good. I'm starting to add weight to my body weight exercises, which is a very good sign, and it shows that I'm growing and that I'm improving, right? Also, I forgot to mention front squat. My front squat went from empty bar to 205 pounds for 2 reps, which is good. I love front squatting. I think my front squat form is better than my back squat form. I don't know why, it just works that way, okay? If you're a young guy like me, you know, 18, 19, 20 years old, and you want to start in the gym, you know, this is what you can expect. If you have average genetics, I'm not good at weightlifting. I'm better at cardio. I can ride my bike for 100 miles, or I can sprint in my bike really fast, faster than everybody on the street. But lifting weights actually showed me that, you know, I can actually lift pretty heavy. I have very good strength genetic. And you know, this channel is not only about helping you guys, and if you guys want to help me out, give me some tips on something that I can improve or I can make better, You know, you guys can just leave a comment. I read every single comment, I heart every single comment, and I comment back, you know, because I appreciate you guys and I appreciate your time. And we're growing slowly, but we're growing. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so I can make more videos like this to inspire you to become the healthiest version of yourself using the power of nutrition. And if you want to learn something new, here are 2 videos of me where you can learn something new right now. I love every single one of you.